2 weeks ago, I went into work and I said, this will be my last day working here. Where was I working? Why did I quit? And what will I do now? In this episode of B1 and B2 English Comprehensible Input, we'll talk about just that. So most of you don't know, I just kind of disappeared. I actually got a job in New York, which was the weirdest job I've ever had. And it was with a Polish company that does solar installation. I have experience in doing commercial grade solar installation, so this seemed like a wonderful job for me. And to start off, it kind of was, except it was weird because everyone was either Polish or Ukrainian, which at first it was all right. But it was weird that everyone that worked there was Polish, except me, my brother, and a Ukrainian. But that's fine. So I began working, doing 5 days a week, 10-hour days, until my second week when they said we would no longer get Saturday off. And we began working 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. Now, the job was in Albany, New York, which is about 5 to 5.5 hours from my hometown of Mechanicsburg, which meant if I'm working 6 days a week, I was not going to be able to return home for the weekend, which was kind of frustrating, you know? I signed up for 5 days a week, not 6. And if I wasn't going to be able to come home, make videos for you, see my family, then it's like, what was it all worth? Even though I was frustrated by that, I kept working. Every day that I showed up to work, though, I kept realizing more and more that these Polish people are just so miserable. What does miserable mean? It means they are always angry or sad, complaining, just the worst kind of person you can imagine. That was the average person at this company. And to add on to all of these issues, we never got paid on time. Can you imagine? We're supposed to be paid every Monday. However, the checks only came on Monday one time. Every other week, they came on Wednesday or Thursday. So you never really knew when you were going to be paid. So imagine this. You're working 6 days a week. You don't get a weekend to see your family. You're in Albany, New York, working with the most miserable people imaginable. And you never know when you will be paid. With all of these things in mind, what would be your motivation to continue working for this company? None. And then I almost died. My boss was operating an excavator with an auger attachment on it, and he accidentally swung the auger towards me. I saw it and I jumped back and covered my face. And luckily, it only cut my pinky. However, if I had looked away for 1 second, it would have hit me right in the head, killing me. So, my brother and I decided to put our 2 weeks notice in. What is a 2 weeks notice? Well, in the United States, it's customary to tell your employer that you are quitting 2 weeks in advance or before you stop working. This is called a 2 weeks notice. Is that the same in your country? Anyway, My brother and I put in our 2 weeks' notice. However, a few days later, we decided we weren't going to fulfill that agreement, and we left. And at the same time, we bought 2 tickets to Mexico. So that's it. I quit, and I'm really excited for the future, to make videos for you and to find a better job with better coworkers that hopefully pays on time and allows me to see my family on the weekends. But until then, I'm going to enjoy a couple of months in Mexico. Did you understand this video? If you did, let me know in the comments so that I can know if I should make these videos more difficult or a little easier for you. And the next video will be for A1 and A2 learners. And like this, I will continue uploading videos, one for A1, A2, and then the next for B1, B2, so that I can help as many of you as I can. And thank you so much to everyone who reached out to me whenever I was working, asking what had happened with the YouTube channel and where I was. I really appreciate all of you caring. Have an incredible week. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.